All right, instant reaction to Monday Night Football as the Lions take down the Ravens 38 to 30. Lions get their revenge of the blowout loss they suffered to the Ravens a couple years ago. I believe it was back in 2023 where the Ravens basically pantsed the Lions in a blowout win. The Lions avenged that. This was a classic Detroit Lions game, hard-nosed football. They ran it down Baltimore's throat, essentially, you know, beating the Ravens at their own game. The Lions had a 98-yard drive. I believe it was in the late first and all the way through the middle of the second. I believe it was like a 10.5 minute drive or something like that. That really set the tone for the game. And to me, in my opinion, that's where the game was won by the Lions. That game very easily could have flipped if the Lions had had to punt from like their own 5 and given the Ravens great field position. But the Lions did what they do best and gave it to David Montgomery and ran it all the way down their throat down the field. They were able to take the lead from there and honestly never really looked back from that point on. Derrick Henry had another huge fumble just like he did in the Buffalo game. He also had a fumble against the Browns as well. He's had a fumble in each of their first 3 games. And we saw, especially in that Browns game, the Ravens were timid to give him the ball. There was a lot of outcry from Ravens fans and people around the NFL as well. I'm sure, Derrick Henry, people that had him on parlays or fantasy teams. It kind of felt like the Ravens felt that pressure, like they tried to force feed Henry. There was a lot more Henry touches, especially even in situations where it didn't make sense. The Ravens got stopped on the goal line. They got stopped on the 1 yard line basically 4 straight times. The first 3 giving it to Henry. One of them was a toss to Henry, which just seemed uncalled for. And then the 4th down play, Lamar rolled out and just had nowhere to go. Kind of felt like they were trying to stick it to everyone on social media there and just be like, okay, we're going to give it to Derrick Henry on the goal line. That's what you wanted. And no matter how many times the Lions stop it, we're going to keep doing it because that's what you wanted. It's kind of like what it felt like. Ravens, outside of Rashad Bateman, too, just didn't really have much of a pass game going. I mean, the Lions were all over Lamar all night long, which honestly, to be honest with you, speaks to how great this Ravens offense really is and can be. They struggled so much. Like, if you didn't see the box score, you would have thought the Ravens had like 17 points watching this game, and they had 30. Their offense played as poorly as it did in terms of the Ravens standard and still put up 30. It's incredible. But what's even more incredible is the Ravens play the Chiefs next week, and someone's going to be 1-3, and the winner's going to be 2-2, which is just incredible. Incredible night. We're on to Thursday Night Football. Follow